So we got a delivery and I think I know exactly what it is based on the sound. This to me sounds like paint. So let's get this unwrapped and get this panel cleaned off so we can get straight to painting and also painting this panel as well. So let's get this unwrapped. Yep, exactly as I thought. We've got our 2 cans of paint right here. Paint matched, good stuff. Now we've got the paint, I'm going to quickly wash the car before we wrap it up, ready to paint. So as I did find another bump and a little couple of divots in the other side, while the filler primer is drying, we're just going to start masking out to the driver's side, ready to paint that. I've lost the tape. So, good news is, found the frog tape. Bad news, there's not exactly much left, so I've still got this panel to cover up and I need to put the partition in up to where we're painting, which is going to be about here. And I've only got 1 sheet left as well, so I'm going to have to get quite creative. I'm also going to add that for the painting, when it comes to the painting, I will be getting my dad to help me spray it because he's got a bit more experience in paint than I do. He hasn't got loads, but definitely more than I do. So it'll help get a slightly better finish than if I were to do it. And it's not going to look amazing either way, but it should help a bit having someone that's done a bit more of it than I have do it. Now I have just been hair drying this, but the sky's not looking great over there. I want it to stay like this so it doesn't rain because the water will leave little like blemishes in the black paint that we just laid down. Obviously, as I said, I have just hair dried it. Yeah, it's looking all right. So wait for this to dry, and then the plan will be that this filler has dry, this body filler primer. This is great stuff. It acts as a filler and a primer, so we can just paint straight on top of it. Don't have to do another coat of primer. That will have dried now, and the current plan is that, yeah, there's these little terrible bits here when other paint's been redone, but plan is we're just going to paint up to around here. So the main terrible part of the panel is going to be good, but the rest of it's just going to have a couple of little specks of grey and silver because of the stone chips. That's fine. Again, as I said in the last video, we'll hopefully be wrapping the car in the summer. So then when it comes to get closer to that time, we can start prepping everything on the car. So that's the rust pockets, that's the little paint chips like that. I'm still unsure what I'm going to do about the bumper, but I'll figure that out another time. So I'm just going to start sanding where we put the body filler primer on, just before I move all of the masking over to this side of the car. So there's some there, and there's also some here as well. There are spiders everywhere. I did dehome a little spider nest. Chuck a photo of that up on the screen. They were hiding in my wheel well. Feel kind of bad for them. I actually have just realised that in order to mask up to the passenger side, we've got to demask the driver's side. So let's see how that turned out. I'm going to start by peeling all of this off now and seeing how it turned out. I think that's a decent finish. Probably actually not going to lacquer it and just leave it as is, because it's way, way better than it was when we first got the car. And like that, you don't really notice that much. Although, let's see, so we've got a small line there. You can sand that down a bit. Now, obviously, we didn't get that far with paint, so this tiny, tiny line, we can sand that back a bit and that'll look perfect in terms of blending. Oh, so let's get this out. This can go back over. Nice, that's shut. I'm going to mount my phone for the next bit. With that, I'm officially out of frog tape. So,
12 seconds later.
So, this masking tape is not as good, but it will do the job. Now that it's all masks and we do have a bit more light, which is good, we can move on to painting the passenger side. So we finished painting, and it was kind of, the painting video was kind of corrupted a bit. It was filming at like an insanely high frame rate for no apparent reason. So it probably doesn't look great. So yeah, good news is it's black. That's good. However, it has basically along the whole of the filler line decided to run. So the good thing is we can sand that back. That is definitely good. So I reckon it will just take like a couple of these areas. I mean, it's definitely better than it was, although it's still not brilliant. This will just need sanding and another coat, and I think that's what it's going to be. Although the good news is that also now we can start to take this off and peel this back and see what it's looking like underneath. That's definitely a line we can deal with. We do have some overspray from the filler primer here, which isn't great, but on camera it looks fine. So that's the main thing, I think. On camera it looks fine, from afar it looks fine. Once you get up a bit close, you've got that line, but still unsure whether we're going to lacquer it. Could make it look good, could make it look really appalling. So I'll have to decide that at a later point. So I'm just going to quickly whisk the rest of this stuff off and I'll see you in a second. So here we have it, the finished product. You know what, other than those couple of lumps, I think it looks really good. I got more filler primer there. I'll chuck 2 photos of what these 2 quarter panels looked like when I got the car. And this is what it looks like now. I think that's a pretty good job. As I said, ignoring the boot, I think it's looking pretty good. So on that note, we're going to end the video. If you've actually made it this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate you watching. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.